How's the audio to everybody? Welcome back to another Apollo Justice stream. I hope everybody... every single time, this thing does not want to be on the right way. Like, come on, you're ahead. You should be on the head. The mouse should be lying down to my nose. But then all of a sudden, it's like, sloppy. Every single time, it doesn't want to fit just right. I don't know why. CB, you use emotes now? I understand. You can thank Charlie for that. It's all thanks to him. That's the reason why it's happening. Alright, there we go. So, does anybody want to know what the surprise Saturday stream is? We got a little surprise Saturday stream going on pretty soon, so look out for that. Alright, let me get my stylus and we'll get ready. Where the heck is it? Stylus. Oh, there it is. Every single time I keep losing this dang stylus. It keeps slipping out of my hand. It's not 8 though. It's Mario Party, but it's not 8. Dana chose a different number, so we're going with a different number. How about we just move on with the game? Let's go to the next part of the trial, shall we? We'll be hearing this song pretty soon, so let's go for it. Ew? What, you don't like another part of Mario? You don't like another Mario Party? Alright, let's move on with the game though. But how's everybody doing so far? I hope everybody's doing alright. It is not 10. Why are you choosing the weird numbers? We're not going with 10. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's just like me. I sleep 2 hours a day too. Man, am I surviving or what? That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And Mr. Hat. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. It's Phoenix, the weird one. What happened to him? Hey, you get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Indochine? Mimi, thank you for the resub, I appreciate it. Congrats on the 1-year resub, thank you very much. Game's a tad loud? What's a tad? How do you pronounce tad? Alright, how about now? I lowered it just a tad. Just a tad. Is that fine? A low tad? No, not a low tad. We're not talking about Pokemon. Is it me that's too low? Do you want me to raise my volume up or just lower the game down? Alright, let me try speaking up. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. How would you feel if your daughter just comes up and says, by the way, Daddy, when are you gonna meet new mommy? Where's mommy 2? Where's mommy 2.0? It's barely morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala. Oh, the sus nurse. She's sus though. Trucy, Dad, find a girlfriend and get a life. Gosh. Trucy, you joke. She's gonna be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry, I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. What are you gonna do, pull somebody out of jail? Imagine you're in jail, then all of a sudden, hand appears from the sky, grabs you, your outside panties, like, ta-da! You're just a killer peeing out of panties. Congratulations, you're a magic trick. You're a show. You're nothing but a showstopper. Alright, back in court. Wait, what happened to the and the gavel? What happened to all that though? Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and is a sold-out house. Very well, to recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching. So to everybody who does not know, this is our panty snatching fool, Wesley Stickler. That's the guy. So right now, this guy is the defendant because he has been witnessed killing our victim, Palmeractus. So we are defending Waki Kitaki, but the real sus one is his fiancée, Alita Tiala. Alita Tamale. We did find one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge, and today I like to do something a little new age. I like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? I love betroths. His fiancée, Judge, his partner for life with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the, lucky lady to the stand. She's sus! Your name and occupation, Fraulein. Alita Tiala, my occupation is future wife. My job, wife. My future job, bigger wife. End goal, biggest wife. I want to be the hugest wife. I want to be dick wife. Traditional values, I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded. Underwater, what the heck is this? Yeah, you're here today as a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Waki Kitaki confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. Ooh. Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, betroths, and my pre-stream video was, related to B-Movie. Apollo did want to read the script, so it's all up to him. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Alright, let's see if we can suss her out, though. She talks about being a bee in a trove, but, It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols, and you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. Confessed his pants? Who's confessing their pants here? So the pistol did belong to the family Kitaki then. Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life? Was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks on the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? I mean, remember back in the first game, Ace Attorney, when Von Karma had that bullet, and then we're like, Von Karma did it, he got shot with that bullet. If we just match it up with the other bullet, we just know it's fired from the same gun. Blah, 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 he was there. Von Karma guilty, he smashed his face into the wall, and he screamed forever, and he was never seen again. Von Karma gone. Think of him as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Alright, let's get it. Ow, what stabbed me? Did I get stabbed by my own... Is there something in my thumb? I feel like I got stabbed by something. That really hurt. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So you were there at the time? Yes. Poor Waki. When Waki found out that Dr. Maracas had lied, he flew into a rage. He literally started flying. That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. Like, the way she says it, he was furious. Like, I love that about him. He ripped this report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I perform without complaint. Waki is at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. So, she finds his instability cute? Like, oh my goodness, he's ripping up all the papers, he's breaking all the walls, oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly, he was furious. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. T. Chimmy said he took one of the family's pistols and then he threw it. So is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate... A switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. So, do you stab somebody with it or you eat the knife? And do you eat the grave? Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Waki had access to a pistol. And you already know what happened that night. Delicious switchblade, I know. What happened? Meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Waki wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. How can you say that for certain? How?
Objection!
Objection! And Forehead, you were refrained from badgering the fraud line. It was the defendant, Waki was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used his pistols to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this? Could someone else have used the pistol? I mean, it has to be another, that's for sure, right? Because if I choose it had to be Waki, it's like, oh yeah, so Waki did it, I lose immediately. Like, I can't be stupid. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. I don't know. Mr. Phoenix Wright, But no, it's the one that we've been suspecting this whole time because there's no one else who could have done it. Pretty sure the father wouldn't do it. So of course, it's gotta be the fiancée because she's also in the house. You sus. Sus.
Take that!
That works. Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning to do. Objection! Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. Is there a hair in my eye? It's like something on my left eye. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this, it does seem a bit unfathomable to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder. What, you wouldn't kill for your love? Excuse me? I'd hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. Oh, I think I know which one we're talking about. The checkup report, because it has her name. Well, yeah, the checkup report. She is the nurse. Or is it the chart that I gotta show up? Oh, I gotta show the chart because it has her name in there. It shows her name. That's the connection right there. Sus. There we go. That looks like a medical chart? Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, why is your name on this chart? Ooh, she got found out. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, look at her. She's serious now, isn't she? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. You see how she talked? Look how she talks like, it was boring, so I quit. Yeah, that will get them to believe me, right? That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now? I quit half a year ago. Didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? That's not true at all. Why I embrace the ones I love. That's what. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected. Oh. We found the sandals at the clinic. You sussy girl. Sus. Okay, there we go. That's sus! These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Wait, he's helping us? Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you were unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found at the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's a little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the clinic that day? Gonna find out right now. Oh, hello, Lip Boy. Welcome to the stream. How do you do? Welcome. The judge tipped $3. Present the panties to the court. No, thank you. No, thank you. Why? Why would the judge want me to do that? That's kind of sus, you know. No, thank you. Why did the judge put that in? I didn't like that at all. I did go to the clinic that day, but thank you, Judgy Udgy, for the $3. I appreciate it. I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. Of course, and that's when I did it. I killed him immediately. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing, which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn that home. And Clavier's like, oh, I would have easily worn them. I would look hot in these. I would have worn those sandals home too. Okay, everybody wants to wear the sandals. Anybody else in the chat want to wear the sandals? Like, let me know right now. Who else would wear those flippin' sandals? Because now we got 2 people so far who want to wear those sandals. So why were the sandals left behind? Keep pointing out the contradiction before me. Cash, it's been a long time since I've seen ya. What's going on with you? Oh, okay. I see more people wanting to wear those sandals. I get it. They be cute sandals, but come on, not enough for everybody. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. I can't believe Gavin's helping us out. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Hello, Turtles. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, yeah, Forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling in the holes in her testimony, and there's hair on my nose. Oh my god, no wonder my nose is being tickly. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Let's do it. The Maractus Clinic, let's go find out how sus she is. I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I do have a habit of telling you to leave, so... I didn't say it today, but... Pixel having the power of the nose hair? Who am I, Bobobo? Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year. Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So why did you go to the clinic that day? I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. He had the gun, the GUN. Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? Why is this case about a clinic? Because the doctor of the clinic died. I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah? Oh, by the way, how's the audio to everybody? Audio A-okay? I forgot to check for audio. All I said was audio at the beginning. I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, correct? If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he told him, he might have been erased by the Katakis much earlier. A disturbing thought. Erased like Chalk Zone, did you just get the eraser? We know that the clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. That sounds really sus right there, like, I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I'm hiding all the secrets. No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too. Oh, so this one is sus. You're free to think wherever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. Yeah, I don't got dark secrets, I got light secrets. So she's not hiding anything. Hold on, I did check the checkup report too. Was it this secret here? Metallic object found near heart, urgent exam needed. Like, if she's not hiding any secrets, like, what else would she be hiding? The report was, the chart was hidden. Was the report hidden too? Because why else would you have gone? Because it's about the bullet. It could be about the bullet. Why else would you have gone? I think this will work. I'm gonna try this. Sus! Objection! You're flippin' sus! This 3DS doesn't want to hear me. Sus, 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 sus.
Objection!
There we go. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I thought that was it, but it is not, though. Oh, then what is the weird thing there? Why else would you be... Oh, wait, maybe it's the wrong one, though. Maybe I should have presented the chart. The chart! I got them mixed up again. I got them mixed up.
Objection!
I got them mixed up again. It's the one with her name on it. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't ya? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad air doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? Now we linked her. You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's content. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh! Hold on, I just got a heart attack for a second. I can feel my bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet vibrate just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Huh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. You're like a golden retriever. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Phoenix with the Magatama, Apollo with the bracelet, Edgeworth with his super cool looks. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well then, what do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes, my brand, and your senses. Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Alright, let's do it. Bracelet! Look at the spinning bracelet. Oh, why would I? So where else would I look at? Oh, wait. She's fidgeting her ring. I think I found it. She's oh. Oh. Why would I go to the clinic now? She was fidgeting the ring. I gotta hear it again. I think I gotta perceive it. Why would I go to the clinic now? That's where I do it. Sus. That's sus. Where? That is sus. Sus, 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 sus. Girl, you are sus? Alita do be pogging right now. Alita is pogging right now. Do you see that Alita pog right there? Alita pog! Alita pog! Fine,
Gotcha!
confirm! Why doesn't the microphone ever hear me out? The microphone never listens to me. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The microphone disobeys. My microphone never listens. I think this microphone's just really old. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle You used your right thumb to fiddled with your. I think Apollo used the past tense in a present tense sentence. You used your right thumb to fiddled with your ring. You mean to fiddle with your ring, Apollo? English? What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Huh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. I think I know which one. It might be the checkup report. This was very recent. And the thing is, she wants Waki to die so she can get the fortune and the guns and the money and the power and the fox look. She wants to look like a fox too. Fox. Fox. This thing never works. Can you please work?
Take that!
Thank you. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kentuckians are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. She's a bird! And she froze. Time stop! We just activated Zawaruda on her. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Exactly, the judge is like, what? What just happened, Mr. Apollo? She just started screaming, what happened? Oh, goodness. Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from Air Forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Kentucky's got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Ooh, she's getting caught now. Order! Order! I did it, I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo, I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait. Huh? Miss Tiala? It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close. You're still close, keep on her, Apollo. Hey, Pepper, how you doing? Nothing happened at all. I warned them and left. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn that Kataki was after them? Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. Oh yeah, when Tracy was kidnapped by a puppet. A poopet. After which I carried you back to your chambers. Ah, what a real bro. He carried the judge. Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh? Well, what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. Oh, I know. Oh, let's see. You're okay, Pepper? You're just vibing until something else came up? Okay. But we can't prove when it happened, nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved. Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. I think I know what happened there. We found a bullet there. It was in the back of the safe. Something got shot.
Objection!
That onesie though looks comfy. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. It's candy. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Do you not know what a bullet looks like, lady? Kinda like you, actually. This bullet was found in the clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
Your name is supposed to be a joke. Well, I don't think I want to say that because I really don't know what that means, and if I feel like I say it out, something bad might happen. But either way, guten Tag to you. But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired in that day? Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kentucky mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet matched a murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in the office of the day of the murder. In the day, in the office, in the day of the murder, Not bad, Air Forehead. I know I said that sentence completely wrong. I need to read better. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. It's the reason why I'm not a voice actor, I'm a voiceover artist. 30 minutes later, we just waited for 30 minutes. Did we just stand there drinking water and eating cookies? Ah, that's what it means. Alright, but you gotta know, be chill with the language, alright? Be chill with the language. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. I had a feeling it was something bad right there when you said, I got no regrets and told me to suck it. I got nothing to do that, so all I got is drink, so I'll drink to that. But either you're here to mess with me or to chill out. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day, and at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. You're just vibing right there? Alright, I'm just making sure, alright? Just be chill here, that's what we're all here for, alright? We're all here to be chill. Otherwise, I'll be like, come on! You know, the whole time, and I don't think people want to see me do that, because that's not cool. So anyway, only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. That's right, our sus nurse. Order! Order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently the Katakis have been inserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? You mean she's a gold digger? Who would have thought? Literally, like who would have thought? You mean rich? Keep in mind, I know Waki is in the room right now. He's listening to all this. Like, what? You mean she wanted to marry me when I was in the hospital because she knew I was dying? Oh my goodness. Just because I'm rich doesn't mean a thing. Oh. Somebody yelled out objection. Oh. You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh, me? Yeah, you said you abused my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that park. Walkie, just cool down a second, please. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll. Yo, what? T. Miss Tiala? I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Waki, wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart, the engagement? I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita! Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So the family fortune is what you're really after? That's right. I wanted the money. No way, that's whack! I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse? Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Waki's. You think he have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me, I shot him. That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh... You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. He's right. Miss Tiala. Yes? It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. More Ace Attorney? Yep, I mean, I'm doing this once a week until I'm done with Persona 4. Then I'm doing more Ace Attorney, then I'm going to do other games too. I'm a variety streamer. I do all kinds of games. We just found out that she's not a very good fiancé. I can say the same for myself, even though I'm never getting married. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Oh, by the way, welcome, Prince. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. She angry now. Let's go find out. But yes, I'm back with more Ace Attorney after a big hiatus because I played the trilogy back to back to back. If anybody remembers when I played the trilogy back to back to back, so... now I'm back with Apollo Justice. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. Karen gets dragged to court colorized? What was it like uncolorized? That's how you found. I get it, Prince. I get it. I get it. I'm just talking about the hiatus. I'm not saying, Prince, you probably don't remember me, but I'm Pixel. You went back later? That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. That was you? Oh, Apollo, that sound, it came from behind this door. Alita was in there. Someone's in there. A break-in, they left through that window. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute, I would have shot you. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing and brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They're gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Omitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Of course, she's done this before. I'm pretty sure she's tried to do this before. Alright. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak with the doctor. Why that day? That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart will become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they? Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah? Where's Gumshoe, though? What happened to my Gumshoe? I'm kinda thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way. Do I actually have to... No, don't give me any hints until I'm asking for it, alright? Like, don't get to the point of backseat gaming. Unless I'm like, I really do not know, then I'll get hints or whatever. But anything that yeah, you know what I mean. But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it. Oh, about Gumshoe. Oh, does Gumshoe show up in this game or no? I think I was told last time, but I forgot. Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance. Insurance? This is my signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. You enjoyed this game, why would you ruin that for me? You know, insurance reasons, just to make sure I'm like, no spoilers, and then he shows up once? He shows up once? My poor himbo. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You didn't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? Well, you could have stolen it. Could have? Is this some new definition of proof? We'll ask Wonky, he'll tell us. Might I remind you this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he? Clavier is so smart. Alright, that brat at the park. Yeah, but... But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? Wow, that was nothing. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday by Mr. Panty Stickler over here. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed the panties. If Mr. Stickler shot it from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. Wait, just milk? Doesn't anybody eat? I mean, unless all they eat are hamburgers, Apollo. What matters is one thing, the doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The Panties guy was mistaken. Just milk.
Objection!
Just milk. Anybody else love to have a cold glass of milk for breakfast? But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
You mean good to get that calcium, but not even cereal? Nah, cereal too chunky. You just gotta go for milk. Then why don't you show us, Pear Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, Panties guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, you're lactose intolerant? Oh, I think I'm like, I don't know how my body is. I'm like 50-50 lactose intolerant. It's like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it just bothers me. But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie Kentucky was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Sticker at the witness mark, and of course Palmeractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? Not the killer mark, because the thing is, so Stickler at the top. Victim was shot right temple. So if he was looking at the if he was looking at Stickler, he would have been shot in the left. So it can't be the killer mark, it can't be the witness mark because he would have been shot in the forehead. It's gotta be placed someplace else. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from? Fixu, I just sneezed. Say bless you. No thank you, Rillick. I didn't sneeze. Even though you sneezed, I didn't sneeze. So, no. It's time to raise the roofs and the stakes. Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Wait, how much terrifying? Wait, is he gonna change the yellow bar? How much will I lose? Double the life? He played it. Okay, he just activated the cheat code right there. He just activated the freaking action replay right there. Double penalty? And Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction? Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Air guitar cheats, challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is to witness Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. But wait, I'm just curious, this whole time, why was the victim Palmeractus carrying the noodle stand? I have a feeling that the killer shot from here. Because why else would there be a card in this? I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude. When he makes that final note, the penalty box explodes. Imagine it's like, by the way, you lose, and that's it. To Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. Give me 1 second. Just had to like sit up a little more straighter because the thing is I was like slacking a bit. You sound better if you're sitting straight up. We know that Wesley Sticker was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Ah, yes, my favorite people with the weird noses. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. When he saw the 2.5 men. Oh no, he's gonna fire! He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. Yamate! Yugi! And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at the moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Ah. Order, order, order. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
What a twist. Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim Dr. Maractus came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So Bootleg Phoenix Wright is Bootleg Phoenix Wright? He's trying to say noodles cause death. I mean, ramen does have a lot of salt in them, and if you drink all that salt, you will have a lot of sodium in your body, which could kill you. I think you noticed if you were pulling someone along. He was pulling a cart. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Objection! Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Oh, wait a second, I remember. The slippers. We found the slippers in the trash can, and it was proven to have the same toe mark as the sandals, which means Alita was inside the park at the night right there. Do you not remember the car owner said the key to a good broth is salt, salt, and salt? Salt. I've got it right here. Wait, why was I rubbing my heart? I was like, salt rubbing my heart. Yeah, that would cause blood clots. Intriguing, let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. I'm gonna go with the slipperinos. You be slippin'. Slippin'. Slippy from Star Fox 64. Start slippin'. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Take that!
The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the love slipper. In other words, this is proof that you were inside the noodle stand. Ah!
Objection!
Oop. Oh, holy heck, what's going on here? Charlie with the raid of many, many people over here. Welcome to the party, everybody. You came just in time for the epic music. Charlie right there in court. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on the cobblestone path.
Objection!
Hello, hello, cool kids. Muse K, welcome, welcome. My name is Pixel, I am a sloth. And I regret to inform you that you're at the worst dream of your life. Yet you cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. Wait. Usually a cart's full of bowls because the cart owner was talking about the bowls. The bowls were found at the clinic next to... I got it. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand. I'm gonna go with the bowls. Where's that bowl? We found this. Bowl. Bowl. Alright, take that.
Take that!
Come on. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's Noodles noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. Koopsie daisies, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the worst stream on Earth. Or the Sloth World, whichever that is. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic, I hear laughter outside. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic? Mr. Eldoon was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. That was you, Stevie? Stevie, what are you doing in my house? Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Oh, right around that time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! Let's see. If you were part of the Charlie Ray, remember go to the Pixels by Night URL proper, not the referral link. What is this, Neopets? Ah, gotcha. You're back to our raid. Of course. It's more Phoenix Wright for everybody. Well, Apollo Justice, not the same game. It's completely different. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. Also, I do want to mention on Saturday, Charlie and Dana, both my roommates, will be joining me for a Mario Party number to be announced real soon stream on Saturday. So if you want to see Mario Party madness, feel free to come by. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So you'll see a lot of craziness going on. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. Hey Kane, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. Then please pull us back down to reality, Miss Mistiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? No, Kane, not the Pokemon Maractus, not that Pokemon right there. And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this bowl. Maractus is cool though. Maractus do be a cactus. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. I can feel it in my jellies. Either I perceive the truth, or it's over. Time to perceive the truth. Let's do it! That night, I went to the Maractus Clinic. I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. So, you did go to steal that chart. Were you listening? I said I asked him for it. The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him. True, it would have been impossible without a pistol. But what if she did have a pistol? I'll admit I wanted the chart, that much is true. My reason was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say. Not only that, if the Katakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now pulling that great noodle stand in the sky. It seems our witness wasn't a fix as well. Oh, Cupsy, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand? When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act. If I die, it's because I've been drinking so much dang Snapple in one day. Who will go first? Could we be a little less morbid, please? So you see, I needed that chart. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. He didn't understand? He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man. Please don't smile like that anymore, it's creepy. Oh, Koopsie, the thing is, I freaking love peach iced tea, so usually, almost every stream I drink a bottle of this. But that's like the only sugary thing I drink, and I got this gigantic bottle of water to help me out. So that's why I'm more of a sloth, because if I had so much sugar, I'd be crashing right now. He was practically delusional. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. They sent you? He thought the Katakis had sent me to get the chart. It makes some sense. You are their son's fiancé. Don't make me laugh. The Katakis send me? They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. Wait, she wasn't a different... Okay, I thought the fifth one seemed a bit sus for right there. Hello, Kenny. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Have I had brisk tea before? I did. I don't enjoy brisk tea iced tea. If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went. I know that much. Why don't you let me be... Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright? Do I detect uncertainty there? Oh. This is my last chance. Apollo, any word from your bracelet? Yeah, actually, I failed to respond. You could go for a noodle bowl right now? Hey, Zella, welcome to the stream. It's up to you, Apollo. You've never played Apollo Justice before. Well, Apollo Justice is the sequel. Oh. It is the sequel after the trilogy, so if you want to follow the story, play Apollo Justice. It's on the 3DS, that's how I'm playing it right now. Hooking up all these wires, this one to make me stream it, and this one so it doesn't die in the middle of the stream. I've had this 3DS for like 6-7 years. It's crazy. Alright, here comes Justice. So Apollo felt it here. It's also on normal 3DS. True! And it's also on the phone as well. If you got an Android or iPhone, it's on there too. Bracelet time! Speed! Friendly local geek, welcome to the stream. How do you do? Okay, so last time she was fidgeting with her ring. I'm gonna check her fingers out. She might be fidgeting with... Up! Right there. All I did was talk to him. I gotcha. Gotcha! I did it! The stream is cool! Twitch banned me. Imagine that worked. Alright, gotcha. What's going on here? Right now, Apollo is perceiving her. I'm looking at where she's fidgeting, so it's like, at a certain point, if she's doing something different, where it's like... So basically, like, I'm normal right now, but when I say a specific line, like, I'm sure I didn't do this, like... I'm being perceived that at that point, she's lying. All I did was talk and lie. What? But also, I'm fighting Gigas right now from Earthbound. This is the Gigas background. It's crazy, isn't it? I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. Also, friendly local geek, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. You played all the Ace Attorney games except Investigation 2 and Spirits of Justice. But yes, I am planning to play the whole series myself. I streamed the whole trilogy. I'm up to here. I do want to stream the other 3DS games. We'll see. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. But also remember, I am a variety streamer. I'm also streaming Persona 4, which I'm almost done. Then after that, I might go for a different game. We'll see what happens. My Twitch? What are you talking about? Twitch.tv/pixels by... You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can ya? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. By the way, to everybody who is curious, I am not a voice actor, I am a voice-over artist. That's what I'm trying to go... That's what I'm literally trying to go for, even though I do a lot of videos on YouTube, so feel free to check out my YouTube. I upload almost every day. I do some voice acting, but not enough to be called a voice actor. Can I be a voice sloth instead? The voice sloth? Oh wait, we haven't checked out this lamp. Found in the Maractus Clinic office with a broken bulb and a red stain on the cord. I feel like there is something... Oh wait, there is this red stain right... I don't think I've checked out the red stain yet. Hey Panda, welcome to the stream, how you do? This cord runs to the lamp, it has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know, maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? The lamp is bleeding, that too. I used to write my name on magic ropes. I feel like that's the only evidence from the place, I guess. I think. Otherwise it's the bullet, but I'm gonna go with the lamp. It's something we haven't tried yet. Lampito! That worked! What's that? You're touching your scarf again. Because the thing is, when we went to the office, the lamp was perfectly on the floor, but the bulb is gone. But the bulb is broken, right? The lamp is not a rope bootleg what? You just got into Twitch, you've only watched my YouTube channel? I mean, which is worse, my YouTube or my Twitch? I want to know. Poll! Start a poll! Vote right now! The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Bulb is gone, and it has human juice. Don't say human juice, ew. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. And take out this background. Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Ooh. Ah! We broke her. Time stop. Time come back. She was frozen for a while. This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You like how Chad Prosecutor bangs the wall? I do it too. I just did it. Imagine that broke. That's where the song originated from? Yeah, it's called Suspense. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. No! Imagine the green screen fell over. Oh, it can't. There's a wall behind it. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Whoa! a minute. Was she about to get... No wonder the cord was red. She was getting strangled by the cord. Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Panda, you just got here so you're confused? So right now, I'll tell you the short version. So right now, Paolo Maractus, the victim of the case, died at the clinic. He is the defendant, he is the one who is suspected that killed him. So right now, the suspect that we found out who really is the killer is Alita Tiala. We're just trying to find out why she's sus and how she is sus. That is the short version. Even if you have to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp and this witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you! That's what happened that night at the clinic. How many feathers came out of her? And that scream got me lightheaded. Sorry, give me 1 second. I got lightheaded. Oh goodness, she screams a lot and feathers a lot. How does one feather? Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. I warned him with this gun. I'm trying to tell you something, Doctor. Doctor, why don't you listen to me? That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company. You. And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Oh! Holy heck, that's crazy. Paolo Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. Ooh. That's insane. So you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. Oh, that's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I? Ah! Oh, we just brought up a bad memory right there. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this... Oh! Oh, hold on, we got a guitar solo going on here. Not so fast, this party's just getting started. Clavier, you devil. Now we rock! What? Those spikes in your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin? Paul Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right, there is more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Oh! Paul Maractus put the unconscious Alita Tiala in the cart stand. He was dragging it so he can push it into the river. No evidence found. Alita Tiala half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin? You too, Prosecutor Gavin? Me? For all I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back to what we learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw a checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? I find it crazy that he's helping me, though. Well, Mr. Justice, what did he do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? He put her in the noodle stand. Noodle! Noodle! Did it! Take it! There you go. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldune's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place? Ah, wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala! My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he killed you. His next move will be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Then let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant Waki Kataki? I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? This trash can. But I'm pretty sure he was dragging it to the river. That's my guess right there. To drown the body for good. There? That's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was gonna throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouncement. The denouement. Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant. Oh, we're gonna see this again. He's gonna fire the clickbait arrow. Fire the clickbait arrow! Aw, wait, come on. Show the click. Aw, no clickbait arrow. I love how. Wait, it just pops out? It's like, imagine. Alright, I'm ready to come out. Everything just flies out. So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Ooh, now we're going back. Stand exploded. The noodle stand has a built-in spontaneous combustion feature. Oh no. Well, Miss Tiala? Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Where of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Error 4-Head's errors? I gotta refresh myself. Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of a doctor's car. His car? That's right, the Maractus Clinic has that big garage, in which that a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used this car. And so we found our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run, it was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright and killed him for good. Was that green sports car? Oh, Phoenix, look out! The same car that got Brian Griffin got Phoenix Wright. Oh yes, I nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No. No! We should get the car to testify? I mean, we've had a parrot. Let's get a car to testify. So, what did you do at the night of the murder? Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use this car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned. Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. Somebody else stole the stand. The car didn't run. Oh, it didn't run because we found these in the exhaust pipe of the car. It couldn't run. It all goes back to Trucy's panties, which is something I never thought I would say. Ew. Is Slakoth my favorite Pokemon? Well, one of them though. He's one of my favorites. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Here are the panties. Here. Take that. Will you take the dang panties? Take it. Why won't you take that? The game doesn't want to take that. Why doesn't the game want to take that? Take that. Take that. Take that. Ooh. I'm literally...
Take that!
Wait, that worked? Panties again? Scream, my friend? I'm sorry. I'm an introverted sloth who can't scream. The loudest I can scream is... I'm an introverted sloth. What do you want from me? All sorts of things come out of my panties. Trucy, stop right there! Even the truth. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The death of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start, a clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad, it looks like such a nice bike too. Hard to believe that it could just break just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Plug the exhaust and they won't run. Thank you, Gavin. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. That's right, I helped you out. Thank you for helping me out, Gavin. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Oh, is it confession time? Where am I? So dark, can't see, cramped, the pain, my throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc, I know what you did. Waki? You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No, you'll ruin everything. Whoa, I have to stop him. So if it's dark, she somehow pulls out the gun, she just knows? She says I want you to... She shot him with the at that time, like the timing was just too perfect. Trucy's like, huh? What? I don't understand. But there we go. Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Waki declared guilty, it was you. We're defendants. You're saying we suck? She just ragged on us. I believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! This case is done. Another case has been won. Court is adjourned. Now to celebrate. Let's see. Good. The true murderer is convicted. Waki is not guilty. Everything's fine. Now can we please get Waki some actual surgery? Nah. Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did. Somehow. Waki's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to Myelita, Holmes. Oh. Or to blame, I guess. You give Myelita back. Oh wait, do you see that blue badger right there? Wait, is it wanted for... Do you get wanted for negative $10? That must be the other blue badger I was told about, like the bad badger. Stupid pointy head attorney with a death wish. Enough, Waki. Oh, it's Papa Kataki. Ah, Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Waki. The Cyan Badger. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Waki. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw the mof out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help him out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Waki. Oh, Waki, Apollo has something to tell you. Oh, I do. Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Oh, it might be for the surgery. Take the surgery. That never works. Think about it, Waki. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. So if you support me on Patreon, I'll get the clean... She doesn't mean... You... Oh, wait, what is with his eyes? He's got them anime eyes right now. You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Waki. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already. Don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Waki. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. What? See? He actually has eyes! Everybody's showing their regular eyes. How could he see before? Please understand, Waki. Dad? Oh! Is he going to cry? Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Waki? Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out, then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My, Waki. No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki, I like them more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kentucky Lime Pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. Wait, the business is a pie shop? That's not so bad. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Huh, why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Why is Trucy in the Gigas realm? Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. How do we get out of the Shadow Realm? We gotta get out of there. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right, we have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why, to claim my reward from Mr. Aldoon. Ah, Salty Noodle's right. You got a stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. How adorable is Trucy? Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. Please, the nightmares. The nightmares keep on coming now, and here we are. We got a new episode, episode 3, Turnabout Serenade. Grenade. Sarah Grenade. That's insane, isn't it? So what do you say, chat? Do you want to continue on with the next case? Or do you want to do that next time? Do you want to start off the next case? What do you think, chat? Tell me, what do you think? Keep going, continue? Okay. Start it up. Alright, let's do it. Here we go. Turnabout Serenade. Let's rock! Wait. Are we at Gavin's concert? Hey, Knight, welcome to the stream. We love you! Wait, the concert's over already? Rock on, everyone. This party's not over yet. Get out your handkerchiefs for the next guest. That's right, baby. The night's just getting started. Thank you for coming to the Gaviners Guilty as Charged tour. This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. Something's gonna happen, isn't it? Oh wait, we're backstage. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta change the title because we're now on episode 3. It's not episode 2 anymore. Turnabout Serenade. But of course, to everybody who just got into the stream to like find out what this game is about, it's awesome that you're getting interested in this game. Cool. This is so cool. Us at a Gaviner's concert. Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gaviners putting the sick back in music. Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice. Sending us those tickets at 20% off. He didn't even give us a... Literally, it's like, by the way, you're my friend, so here, 20% off. Fine, now, do it. They're hard to get a hold of, you know. When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free. Let's head to his dressing room, Apollo. You know, like we're a couple of VIPs. I've always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gaviner show. Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so... Oh! Zella, thank you for the tip. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. Yeah, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to swoon over gods of rock. And I'm a guy. I can swoon over anybody. God awful, maybe. I bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. I got 12 Gaviners albums and 15 concert videos. That was quite a bit of impulse shopping. Wait, how much money does Trucy have? I got an advance on my next 15 years worth of... Oh, that explains it. Trucy be a stan. Trucy's gonna be on Twitter like, well, if they stan the Gaviners, probably it wouldn't end up this way. If 2020 stand Gaviners, maybe it wouldn't be a heckhole of a year it is. If Pixel stand Gaviners... For Mr. Right, that sounds like a real act of generosity. Oh, goodness. But of course, everybody enjoyed the stream so far. I hope you're all enjoying the stream so far. To everybody who's been supporting the stream, thank you for the follows, for the subs, for the tips and whatnot. I really do appreciate it. It helps out so much. Thank you. I would cry, but my tear ducts are dry right now. Who would have imagined me here? At a Governor's concert watching Prosecutor Gavin rock. To be honest, he was kinda cool, and I'm kind of envious. Not that I ever admit that to Trucy. Apollo thinks he's hot. Wait, is that a red badge guitar? Look at that red badge guitar! Look at it. Whoa! Oh no. Clavier. Front-facing Clavier is real. Ah, you made it. Mr. Gavin, thanks so much for the tickets. And the invoice you sent along with them. You were incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin. Nothing like music to brighten up the mood after a trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. Lamrar? Lamrar? I'm gonna say Lamrar. Lamrar singing, right? The siren of the ballad? Oh yeah, that flyer said she flew all the way over for this show. That's right, I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. Lamrar says, you praise me too highly. Oh, is this Lamrar? Is he the one with the good voice? Imagine him as like, is this big guy going, ah, my divine voice. Whoa, who's this guy? He's huge. Allow me to introduce Mr. Romain Lettuce. Romain Lettuce? Oh! His name is Romain Lettuce! His name is freaking Romain Lettuce! Oh my goodness! Lamrar's manager and her interpreter, incidentally. It is a great honor for us to be here. And a great honor for Lamrar to be heard in this country. She be speaking the language of the gods! But yeah, if you don't know, the Phoenix Wright games have punny names. Most of the names here are very punny, so keep a lookout for pun names. But look, this is the language of the gods. That voice, I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. Whoa. Ooh, she speaks in hieroglyphics. Ooh, it's Lamrar. I'm actually meeting Lamrar. Lamrar, mysterious songstress. Her quiet, deep song glides through the air. Lilting or lifting? I think it's lifting. Lifting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Yeah, I think it's supposed to say lifting, not lilting. Songstress is a word? Yeah, if you sing, you're a songstress. Now this is music. She's a real artist. Not unlike Pixel, what a fake artist. Lamrar says, we have long looked forward to this joint performance. Ah, Lamrar, your voice. It is art. I mean, it is literally art. Literally art. They mean it literally art. I see goats in there. She said tree with no leaves, goat, person trying to get goat, cockroach, goat, bug, phoenix, waves, tree with no leaves, question mark, bug, no, that was bug, phoenix, cockroach, arrow, goat, thing. Yet without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. Oh. Who is this? I've seen this kid somewhere before, have you? I haven't. He plays piano at all of Lamoire's concerts. He's cute and he's a really good pianist. Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear. Allow me to introduce Machi Tobaye. He is blind. Machi Tobaye. This is why he never strays far from Lamoire. They are always together. They're like characters from some fairy tale. Like this game is fictional or something. Lamoire's so, what's that word? Exotic. And mysterious. She does seem quite pretty. At least her eyes do. Hers is a kind of sightseeing musique. Huh? She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into songs. Even though her appearance and voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm. Sights into song? That's so poetic! She was gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. The Guitar Serenade. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait. And now it is time. For the next part, we're giving the Gaviners hard rock a little rest. Lamoire, the stage is yours. The band members will not play during Lamoire's ballad. Only Machi's tender tones and Lamoire's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course. Woohoo! Nights like this make it all worthwhile, you know. I should have learned to play the guitar. There's not much romance in Chords of Steel. Shall we hit the stage then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin. Take care your hearts aren't stolen away, yeah? Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly. Polly? Oh, is that her nick? Whoa. Sugar, sugar, oh, that night in your embrace, when you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight. Are they moving in 3D or 2D, 3D? Pleasure, but a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Burning on in my heart, burn my love away. Wait, he's actually, wait, his guitar. Wait, what is going on? His guitar actually went on fire. Take my life away, all of... Okay, what is going on here? This is trippy. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. He's trying to put out the fire in his guitar. That was some crazy animation though. That was crazy. But was the flaming guitar supposed to happen? Wow, wasn't Lamoire amazing? I even cried a little. I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production! What a destruction! I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. He looked as surprised as I was. Is that what they call risking life and limb for art? I think he's my new hero. I'm not sure I call that art. Well, what are we doing here? Let's get going to Mr. Gavin's dressing room! There's 20 minutes till the last part of the show! How many breaks does this band need? I need a break every 2 minutes so I can breathe. Clavier like, wait, we didn't rehearse this. Oh, frick! I mean, you can only burn one guitar. Would you actually burn a... There's no prop guitar. I mean, they could have tested on like a freaking Guitar Hero guitar. What the heck was that? And why was never consulted about it? Machi Tobaye, much to buy. Oh, much to buy. Oh my goodness, that's actually cool. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. And Lamoire, Miroir. Oh, it's Miroir. What? La Mirror. Oh, La Miroir. La Mirror. Yeah, wow. I've asked the man in charge. I play new rock, not great balls of fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good amount of fire whoever's responsible. He seems upset. Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? Hey, I didn't do it. So much for risking your life for art. He's angry. The guitar serenade is ruined. Ruined. Well, let's try to talk to him at least. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. He angry. By the way, do you like my badge? I only have my badge. Hair, forehead. Yeah? Understand that I am not Prosecutor Gavin now. I am the lead vocal of the Gaviners. Whoa, he actually... That hair thing. That badge sings a different song on a different stage. Right, I wish I had an alter ego to hide behind sometimes. That's actually embarrassing about my badge. Let me go check around here. I want to check everything. Like this guitar. That guitar, that's the legendary AA400, the Red Badger. I thought rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic. Every aspiring guitarist wants one of these. They even paint their own guitars to look like it. Ah, the fickleness of youth. You should dye your hair badger red too. I like my hair the way it is, thank you very much. Ah, the stubbornness of age. Wait, this one on the left, it looks like Phoenix Wright, but I don't think it is. What's a police recruitment poster doing here? Oh, it's a police officer. Rock on, with the police. No thanks. Maybe they're trying to trick kids into thinking the police are some kind of band. But that's just silly. Who named a band the Police? The Police? Like, who else would it be? A police uniform hangs on the stand here. Ooh, I want to try it on. Nothing to see here, move along. It's okay, you don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly the type who's just another face in the crowd. Really, you think so? I guess you're right. Now I feel like a meanie for making that insinuation. I mean, but Trucy is adorable, that's for sure. I like her unique look. Look, it's a postcard of L'Amour. What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before. It must be her native tongue. Borgonese? Borgonese? Or is it Borgonese or Borgonese? Oh, I needed a okay, I'll take a postcard. Don't mind if I do. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, yeah, the mark on the mirror. Someone drew the Gaviner's mark in lipstick. It's lipstick? Lipstick? I like to wear lipstick someday. Oh, you don't use lipstick yet, Trucy? Daddy won't let me. Not until I learn to play piano, he says. You'll be waiting a long time then, I'm afraid. Oof. Oof, Trucy, oof. What's this? This place is decorated like a high school dance. Though I think our decorations were paper, not chains. The Gaviners aren't the chains, it's part of their image. Huh, no kidding. Ever since they used chains on the cover art for Gonna Lock You Up, they're really into the whole police thing, aren't they? It'd be cool if they turned that red light on. They don't have to turn on the red light. I want them to turn on the red light, please. Oh, wait, not there. The guitar that says Patrol. What's this? Ooh, a cruiser guitar. They sold us to commemorate 5 years of the band. Rocking it hard, under the speed limit. There's a cruiser bass, a cruiser drum set, and a cruiser keyboard. Even a cruiser whistle. I'm not so sure about that last one. It's for blowing the whistle on criminals. I don't think that requires an actual whistle, Trucy. And I think that's pretty much it right there. Let's go talk to Gavin. You mean the guitar? That wasn't part of the act? Part of the act? Who burned up a guitar on purpose? But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning on in my heart, fire. Burn my love away, all away. Ugh. Wait, you think the audience thought it was... Sounds like he got lucky. They probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. I almost died, but man, if it's cool, it's cool. He got lucky and he didn't realize it. Anyway, that guitar was the Ferrari of guitars. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. If I burn one of those at every show, I go broke. Unusually frugal for a rock band. Try saying that to Mr. Gavin. Chung, today's been one disaster after another. My hog won't run, my guitar case is broken. Daddy told me there'd be days like these. But wasn't L'Amour's song incredible? You worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Ah, yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody. You know, I was surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Ah, here. Ah, lyrics. So, you know what the funny thing is, chat? The funny thing is that the song is so short, it's only 8 lines. She practiced this much though for 8 lines for a 30-second concert. Imagine paying money for 8 lines. The background music, it's so awesome. Yeah, that's Gavin's theme right there. The music in this game is great. A lyric sheet, it's yours. Oh wait, there's more. I got mistaken. Signed by myself and Lamoire. Yippee, thanks so much! All I ever got to sign are client defense agreements. Okay, so a little more lyrics, but still a little bit. Almost time for the 3rd act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, Lamoure's part is done. Now it's time for us to drop our groove again, yeah? Hope you're ready to catch it. Woohoo! Ready to Apollo? I think I'll pass. Huh? I like the bit with Lamoure, but the rest could use a volume knob turned way down. Ah, Apollo, you're getting old. Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old? Anybody relate with that? Well, I'm going. Let the old folks rest backstage, yeah? Time to rock! Hey, you're older than I am! Oh yeah, how old is he? He's 24? So yeah, Phoenix is 33, Trucy's 15, Claudio Gavin is 24, and Apollo is 22! 22! Machi Tobai is 14, apparently, and Lamoire is 40. And this gigantic statue is 35. You thought Trucy was younger? She looks younger, but she's 15 though. Oh, do it. I think I've examined everything in here, so let me go backstage. You thought Apollo was like 17? A lawyer at 7? Actually, I can't say that. Franziska was a lawyer at 13, right? She was a lawyer at 13. Hold on, I'm getting pinged over here. Give me 1 second. You can't wait for Ace Attorney 7 where your partner is an infant attorney. Speaking of which, Capcom, where the heck is Ace Attorney 7? I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing the series for a long time because I want to play all the mainline games, then the spin-offs. Emma Sky's back. Hey, it's you, that right kid. Detective Sky, I let that right kid business pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shared a bottle of fingerprinting powder. That's a new one. So I'm Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. You think I want to be here? Me in charge of security? She's security? I feel sorry for Emma. She's not doing what she actually wants to do. Security? Did something happen? There's no knowing with that glimmerous fop. Apparently he's all upset because something was stolen. He wanted security back here during the concert. What does he get off acting like he's some big rock star? He is a big rock star. Hey, you listening to me? So, where's this door here lead to? This one? That's Lamoure's dressing room. Don't even think of going in there unless you want a piece of Snackoos in your face. Ah, yes, Snackoo. Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? She was in a better mood when she was younger, though. What the heck? Oh, wait, there's something on the floor over here. What is this? What's this? Some kind of headset earpiece? Yeah, you can stop. Oh, you gonna keep eating? Why would someone leave this in the hallway? I get it. Maybe Lamoure's bodyguard dropped it. Emma! Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? If you think you're gonna pull me away from my snacks just to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. At least I got her to stop munching. So that didn't matter. What about the blue badger doll? What's that odd looking doll doing there? That's a little badger. Did you try either talking or munching but not both? Did she throw one at me? She hit me with a snack. Serves me right. Sorry, I don't speak Snackoos. She be eating though? That look like a piece of Slim Jim? Ooh, Slim Jim doesn't sound good. That's a pretty sturdy looking box there. Maybe it's an instrument case. There's a guitar next to it. Don't even think about taking that. You hungry, Zella? I know, I'm getting hungry too. She and Maruki will get along well. Oh, Tata Maruki. I don't think I can even carry it. She just threw another one at me. She snackooed me. I keep getting snackooed. A Gaviner's Guilty as Charged tour poster. They're plastered all over the place. It's annoying. Well, this is the concert venue. It makes sense. Why? Everyone here is already here. Why advertise to them? People like to see the poster at the concert. It's part of the experience. Do you have to find fault with everything I say? She's wasting her snacks on me. She snackooed me. Snackooed. I got snackooed. Come to think of it, I am a little thirsty. I'll have some tea. I think I'll get a water. I'll have tea. If you want tea so bad, go buy it yourself. She snackooed me. I'll take a tea. She keeps snackooing me. Stop snackooing me. That's Prosecutor Gavin's, the Gaviner's dressing room. Put so much as a hand on the door and I'll snackoo you. Hold on, but I just came out of there. Don't play smart with me. Emma's being a bit tough right now. What the heck? So this is La Mirage's dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll... What was that a gunshot? Something's going on. You, out of my way. Emma! La Mirage! It's not locked. I'm going in. You're gonna go in when the gun just got fired? Oh, you can hear the concert in the background. Oh yeah, while the concert's going on, somebody got shot. Look at those gigantic holes in the wall, like right there. What, did she get shot by? A cannon? A mini cannon? What's that awful noise? Oh, it's the concert. Whoa! No! Romaine lettuce! No! He was my favorite lettuce! Latouche! Oh no! Hey you! Me? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? And don't touch anything. I'll be right back. I have to touch everything. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive! Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Oh. Shot. I was shot. Who shot you? I don't know. Ask what? Ask witness. Witness? There was a witness? Who? Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me who was the witness. The witness is Siren. Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Mr. Latouche! Yes, Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. The concert's been canceled. Backup's on its way. Is Mr. Latouche? He's dead, isn't he? That's terrible. I lost him. He could have just said more info. Romaine Latouche shot. And I heard his last words. The witness is the siren. Whatever that means. Whatever could that mean? We just never get an easy answer. It's always a tough answer that way. What? Who the heck is this guy? The venue's locked down. We took names and addresses before letting the crowd go. Everybody's name and address? Good work, Dorian. I'll let you know if I find anything out about the victim. Later. Wow. It's investigation time then, yeah, Fraulein Detective? I don't need some rock and rollin' prosecutor to tell me that. One request I must make. Tell no one on staff or otherwise anything of this. Ooh, a gag order. No word gets out other than that Mr. Latouche is dead. No word of the cause of death or of the murder. Tell no one. Not even Lamoire? Not even her. We must keep everything under wraps. Oh, one other thing. I'll need your signature on this, Air Forehead. Yours too, Fraulein. On that? An investigation request? Why just us? You two are civilians. It's standard procedure. That should be okay to sign, I think. And we signed to give our life away to him at any time he wants. Right, well, let's get started with the investigation. I'm on it already. And one tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get in the Fraulein Detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. Gee, I wonder why. I got snack-cooed so many times. We were all questioned as witnesses, and now none of us can go home. We'll investigate, alright. Our way. Somehow I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. I still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. This is no time for navel gazing. Let's crack this case. I worry about Trucy. She seems to have a very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Yeah, we just investigate whatever we want. That is what it means to be an attorney. Something the matter? No. Let's get cracking. I'm the only one who was there. The only one who heard Mr. Latouche's last words. The witness is Siren. First order of business is to find out what he meant by siren. So yeah, let's go look at this again. What's that? Looks like some kind of future phone. Not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset. What's a headset doing on the floor? Wait, do you think Mr. Latouche might have been wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards? I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED on this thing is lit. It must be on. So that won't help us out at all. We did check everything in here, so let's go move on to another area. Ooh, we can check the stage, but let's go check the dressing room again. Let me see who's in here right now. Oh, looks like nobody's here. Prosecutor Gavin's probably busy with the case too. No rest for the wicked. No rest for us either, Apollo. Let's get rockin'. Rock. And I think we already checked everything in here, so we're fine in this area. Let's go check the other room. I mean, if we're allowed. I gotta find out more. Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come. You have to let us investigate the scene, please. You've heard of chopped salad, but shot salad? Ba-da-da. You're attorneys, no? Shouldn't you wait until you have a client? Latouche did tell me to ask the witness, the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glare me all you want, you'll get no snacks from me. Please, think of poor Lamoire. Oh well, I suppose. You did find the body with me. Great, let's get to it. Right. Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look, and she's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here. I can feel it. Leave no hanger unhung, no spot unspotted, no blood unblooded. But yeah, these marks over here. Are these bullet holes? Looks like it. There are two in here in the wall. From the look of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have missed. But there were two holes. Wouldn't that mean two misses? The murder weapon is a .45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. I believe what we're seeing here is the mark left by the second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Ouch, sounds painful. No kidding, I wonder about this murder weapon. That sounds pretty painful indeed. Oh wait, what's this on the floor? Ooh, what a pretty brooch. Oh, Emma. You're not going to say, "Can I have it, please," are you? Oh. Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't get you any special treatment with me. Oh, it's not healthy to envy the young, Emma. It's not about envy, it's about tampering the evidence. Note to self, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution. You need to learn to respect your elders a little. Something seems so familiar about that brooch. Does it? Oh. It's a ladder. Huh, another ladder. Actually, it's technically a step ladder. Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination. I'm less worried about the step ladder and more worried about why it's there. Why is the ladder there? Well, to climb, right? To reach something on the ceiling? I still say it's a step ladder. Every single game, there's always a ladder joke in there. They just love. There's a vent. Sauce, sauce, sauce. What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouth is catching flies. Nothing, it's nothing. Maybe that's how the killer escaped. That's what you were thinking, right? When we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out. And that air vent is one possible. Sauce! Sauce! Call the meeting! But it's much too small. Not if the killer were about your size, Trucy. Your size? Blind kid did it. It was much to buy it. I didn't do it. I was cutting up the dance floor at the time, thank you. I know, of course I don't think you did it. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? I've almost sus Trucy for no reason. Apollo! Look at that thing, it's huge! That's a TV! Yeah, wide flat screen TV, I want one of those. You'll be wanting for a long time on your salary, Junior. Wait till you're as famous as Mr. Right was, then dream. I don't think Daddy was ever rich, even when he was in law. Great, just stomp on my dreams, why don't ya? No Persona 4 time, we're not going there, What's this poster? Let's see. This summer, a legal Eagles production of Case closed. Looks like a poster for a different show. One I wouldn't mind seeing real soon. Yeah, because I'm a lawyer, that's what it means. Oh wait, let me go back. I want to check out this. Huh. Oh, it's the ladder thing again. I was checking the couch, not the ladder. I wanted to see what the couch is all about. Ooh, Apollo, can I eat some of those, please? Absolutely not. I know, but still I yearn. Look, you're not the only one eyeing that fruit there. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's eat! Right. Whoa, stop it, are you too crazy? Emma, you of all people should know better. But she tempted me. She's a temptress. Please, grow up. Oh, Emma, what happened to you? That's a body, isn't it? Sure is, the victim no less. Let's take a closer look. Go ahead, Apollo, you first. Me? No, you should go first, Trucy, really. Will you two stop bickering and get over here? She's munching on snack coos again. Hope she's not too annoyed. I wonder, does anybody else like eat snacks when they get nervous or when they're like trying to calm down or something, like they get a relaxing snack? Okay, let's check around. So he got shot here with a revolver. Oh, his hand is clenched. Apollo, look at this hand. He's holding something. Why does that blood look like words? It might be words. Hey, no touching. You can throw all the snacks at me you like, Emma, but sooner or later, you're gonna run out of them. Ah! You raise a good point. I'm a bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. Whenever I'm around a dead body, I can't help but to eat some chips. That's why you gotta buy Pixels by Night's branded sloth chips. You'll eat them slowly. And that's just it. It's actually just leaves. You're eating leaves. Ah, see there? He's holding something. What's this? Keys. A key ring. You think it might belong to the killer? Certainly a possibility. What an unusual key ring and what unusual keys. This could be a vital clue. Yay, keys! I'm gonna go jingle them everywhere. Is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about red stuff than I do. Yep. Says who? Something is strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? I guess we're not gonna know anything more than that. Okay. Oh wait, this is open. Look, there's a little window over here. Maybe the killer escaped through that. It's barely big enough for me to get my head through. Not to mention it only opens a crack. What? I was just saying it's possible. Right, no harm in that. Except I'm pretty sure it's impossible. You could peek into the room through it though, you know. Ooh, these presents. Look at all these presents. I'm not sure it's popular. Ooh, I wonder what's inside. We can't open them, can we? Probably not a good idea. You never know what you might find in one of these boxes. Bombs, razors, ransom notes. It could be anything. I'm never having a birthday party again. Aww. Could the killer have shot through the window? That could be a possibility, but the thing is, the killer could have escaped through the vent, but we may never know yet. There's many possibilities here. Many of them. What's this? This is one of those, things, right? At the barber's? A permanent dryer. Want me to curl those bangs of yours? No thanks. Better not mess with his hair, Emma. It's part of his identity, you know. That's right, my hair is everything. Seeing these mirrors lined up like this makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. You are in a dressing room. This must be makeup. I've never heard of most of these brands. Maybe they're Borganian? All I know is they sure don't make for much of a clue. But makeup is makeup, and makeup is truth. What an amazing bouquet. I mean, it's giant. Not sure I approve. It'd be better if this flower was a bit more... Oh, the flower fell off. What happened to preserving the crime scene, Emma? It's fine, I'll put it back, see? How scientific. Wow, Emma, it's great to have you back. Oh wait, the gun. This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver? That's right, a big 45 caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought this in here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't. Listen, I was out in the hall eating snackoos when it happened. I know. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean they had planned this from the start. That's right? Alright, cool, I got a revolver now. I'm ready to fire. Alright, this case. See? Oh, it's the same thing again. Gotcha. I think I pretty much checked around everything in here. I'm gonna go check the revolver real quick for any clues. The cheery music with the dead guy in the background makes you laugh. I know, it is pretty ridiculous though. Oh, wait. The barrel. The middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber. Firebrand, you gonna go? Alright, thanks for coming. That's where you load the bullets, a revolver, see? Revolver. That sounds a bit like Wonder Bar. Especially if you say it really fast. I guess. Wonder Bar, nope. You know what I always used to think? I used to think the closest sound to Wonder Bar was one liver. There's just so many words in the world, Apollo. Isn't it amazing? So many different words, so many different people. People like Trucy. Ouch. Trucy's just 15. She's still learning everything, I guess. Yeah, she's learning everything. Oh, there's a guitar key right here. That's cute. There are 3 keys on this heart-shaped key ring. This middle key is shaped like a guitar? I get it. It must be a key to a guitar case. A guitar case key. I'll bet I don't know who this belongs to. It could be Gavin's. And this brooch. Oh. A sort of pin fastener for attaching things to clothes. Not a safety pin type, though. So if it's not a safety pin, is it a danger pin? I suppose if you stuck it in your eye, then yeah, sure. But you could do that with a safety pin too, for that matter. Thanks for taking the fun out of my danger pin. Oh, you're driving a danger pin through my heart here. We gotta love the danger pin. All hail danger pin. We all need a danger pin in our lives. Alright, I believe I'm gonna stop off here for now. We'll continue on with episode 3 next time. So the next Apollo Just stream will be on next Wednesday, but I hope to see you all here for Friday for the next Persona 4 Golden stream, and Saturday with the Mario Party stream with a group of people. And of course, if you haven't followed me, please do. All my social media is in the chat. Feel free to follow me whenever. I hope to see you all next time. Until wait. Is somebody that I know streaming? Oh, sure. We're gonna raid. We're raiding. Let's go raid. We're gonna go raid Lana Rose. She's awesome. Go check her out. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.